From the WYLN studios in Hazleton and all over northeastern Pennsylvania, this is WYLN News.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. Hazleton police arrested a man after investigating reports of shots fired last night. They got the call around 7 to a wooded area near Columbus Court and Arthur Street. While police checked the area, they found two men. When police approached, the two ran off. One man, 27-year-old Adam Matarese, was found a short time later with a stolen .40 caliber handgun and several baggies of suspected crack cocaine. He now faces a list of charges. Matarese was charged with convicted felony, prohibited to possessing a firearm, receiving a stolen property, possession of a controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. A woman in Schuylkill County pleaded guilty to killing her husband. Court papers show Jane Schreiner pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter on Friday. Police say she shot and killed her husband Kenneth during an argument last August at their home on Hillside Road in Klein Township. Schreiner is out on bail. She is scheduled to be sentenced next month in Schuylkill County. A Hazleton man was charged for causing an accident in July 2016 that resulted in one man's death. 20-year-old Esteban Rodriguez Fernandez was driving his BMW on Route 924 near Humboldt when he lost control and crashed head-on into a Nissan Maxima driven by Francisco Tino. Tino's passenger, Carlos Espinel, was taken to Geisinger, Wyoming Valley Hospital, where he later died from his injuries. Rodriguez Fernandez, along with his passenger, also sustained injuries. Fernandez was driving on a suspended license at the time of the crash. State police at Hazleton filed 3 counts of accidents involving death or injury by a person not properly licensed. He also faces violations including careless driving resulting in unintentional death. He was arraigned and taken to prison Saturday for lack of $150,000 bail. A high-speed chase and found hypodermic needles leave a Berwick woman behind bars. According to court papers, 25-year-old Nicole Vucalola led Sugarloaf Township police on a 20-mile chase that reached speeds of 120 miles an hour back on August 14th. It ended in Columbia County when officers had to use spike strips to stop the car. Police say 26 hypodermic needles were tossed from the vehicle and found on the side of Route 11 during the pursuit. Vuacola and a passenger, Cheyenne Boyer, were wanted in Schuylkill County. Vuacola now faces several charges, including fleeing or attempting to elude police and possession of drug paraphernalia. She was taken to jail after failing to immediately post $5,000 bail. A former Coughlin High School teacher has filed a federal lawsuit against 2 Luzerne County detectives. 45-year-old Brian Hampel was charged in October of 2016 with 1 count of corruption of minors. He allegedly had an inappropriate relationship with a 16-year-old student over 10 years ago. Prosecutors later dismissed the case against Hampel because they could not meet their burden of proof at the time. Hampel's lawyers claim that detectives Debbie Parker and Charles Bologa arrested him without probable cause. He's suing for alleged malicious prosecution to destroy his career and reputation. Hampel was fired by the Wilkes-Barre Area School Board in September of 2016. St. Luke's Miners Campus is expanding its emergency department to see more patients, and it could also help cut down on wait times. Construction is underway to bring new exam rooms and an all-new mental health area to the hospital, while the emergency department continues to operate each day. The hospital also felt the need to devote more attention to mental health. A new dedicated area for mental health patients is intended to be more comfortable. Those rooms will have colorful murals and behavioral health televisions. WYLN News will have more on the growth with St. Luke's later in the week. Tuesday night's Ashley Borough Council meeting began with a moment of silence for the late fire chief and council member Joe McGlynn. But that silence didn't last long as emotions erupted over who would take his place on council. Council Vice Chair Don Sipple says Council member Gerald Maldonado sent a letter to the Luzerne County Democratic Party chair with his choice for McGlynn's replacement before the funeral arrangements were even finalized.
In the borough code, you had 30 days to fill the appointment, so there was no rush. It was just a dirty political move.
Maldonado and council member Frank Sikorich voted for Ron Wickizer to fill the vacancy until the term is up at the end of the year. But the rest of the council supported the appointment of Joe's son, Brian McGlynn. He received the tiebreaker vote from the mayor to secure the spot, much to the delight of the crowd.
He's very proud of me. I think it would mean the world to him. Between me and my brother, the things we do, the way we act, we see a lot of ourselves within him.
Brian has served the Ashley Fire Department for 9 years. The 22-year-old says he shares the same values as his father. Despite the controversy surrounding his appointment, Brian says he's not holding a grudge against the 2 council members who didn't vote for him. As Wyln News first reported last week, the date of that public hearing on Hazleton's Act 47 status has been changed. It's now moved up August 30th, 6 p.m. from the original date of September 5th. Members of the State Department of Community and Economic Development's Governor's Center for Local Government Services will be on hand to talk about the process and further explain how the program will work in the city. Again, that meeting now set August 30th, 6 p.m. in council chambers. Coming up on Wyln News, Luzerne County Council sends a message. Plus, what would you do with $700 million? But first, as we head out to break, let's take a look at your 7-day forecast from the Wyln Weather Center. Remember, you can get all your weather information at WYLNTV.com. We'll be right back.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Minutes away. That's right, you're just minutes away from a great deal on a new car, truck, or SUV from Barber Ford. 2 great locations, Exeter and Hazleton. The best deals on America's #1 brand are just 25 minutes from Prattville, 26 minutes from Jim Thorpe, 28 minutes from Tamaqua, 20 minutes from Shavertown, and 28 minutes from Clark Summit. Barber Ford in Exeter and Hazleton. Online at barberautogroup.com, where nobody sells for less.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
At last night's Luzerne County Council meeting, all members agreed to support a resolution to oppose the closure of Whitehaven Center in Foster Township. Councilman Robert Schnee brought the symbolic resolution before council members to send a message to some state legislators who are working to draft a bill that would close Whitehaven Center and 3 others in the state by 2022. The center in Foster Township houses over 100 men and women with intellectual and developmental disabilities and employs over 450 people. The acting secretary of the State Department of Health and Physician General is reminding parents that there are new requirements for immunizations when their children return back to school.
As children go back to school now in the next several weeks, it is absolutely critically important that they receive and are up to date with their childhood immunizations. And that includes childhood immunizations against illnesses like diphtheria, whooping cough, tetanus, polio, measles, mumps, German measles, and so we can protect children from those potentially very serious or even life-threatening infections by their routine immunizations and shots. There is a 5-day window from the time that school starts until all the immunizations have to be up to date, or there's a plan to do so. And so that's a big change. And so really the best plan for our families is to contact their healthcare provider, their pediatrician or their healthcare clinic or their family medicine physician, and get those immunizations up to date now before they start school. Not only by getting your child the immunizations are you protecting your child and your family, but you're really protecting the other children and everyone at the school.
If you have any questions, you can contact the Department of Health or visit their website, which is www.health.pa.gov. Powerball fever sweeping across the nation and right here in Hazelton.
$2 more spend, maybe different number, you're lucky number.
Okay, I'll be back with the $3. I'll be back with the $3.
We stop by Groceries Plus at the 22nd Street Plaza, where owners are anticipating a surge in customers buying tickets for their crack at winning tonight's $700 million jackpot.
One ticket, that's all it takes to win. It'll change my life.
Definitely.
I'll have more friends than I ever had.
Bright with the 700 million. Good
God
luck.
bless America.
I like his attitude. Our own Julie Stefanovic couldn't pass up the chance. Tonight's massive jackpot, the second highest in Powerball history. Your chances of winning are only about 1 in $292 million, but like the man said, you only need one to win. So keep your fingers crossed and good luck if you played. Coming up on Drifton's News Choice, Community and You travels to Schuylkill County to meet some four-legged friends. Plus, it was a perfect day for a picnic, and WILN's Maria Senti takes us to one in Freeland. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. And again, good luck if you played. Stay with us.
It's a summer clearance event at Burger Buick GMC.
Get 0% financing for 60 months and a $2,000 rebate on all 2017 Buick LaCrosses from stock. Get 0% financing for 72 months and a $1,500 rebate on all 2017 GMC Terrains. Get 0% financing for 72 months, a $750 rebate on selected 2017 Buick Encores.
At Burger Buick GMC, Route 93, Hazel Township.
Burger Family Dealerships, drive with experience.
Introducing CrossFit Drums, the Greater Hazelton area's first and only CrossFit affiliate. We still offer our traditional monthly gym memberships and one-on-one personal training, but have expanded to also offer CrossFit classes taught by multiple Level 1 CrossFit certified trainers. We are open 7 days a week, 365 days a year to help you achieve your fitness goals. CrossFit Drums now open and ready to get you in the shape of your life.
It's high school football time. Watch WILN for all the local high school football action as we bring you the event, not just a highlight, like only WILN can. Watch the game of the week right here on WILN. We're your local network. For the best in local sports, watch WILN TV 35. The event, not just the highlights.
Welcome to Community and You, and today we are on the road visiting the Hillside SPCA. With me is Lindsay Cohen. She has so many titles here. We're just going to call her the best person to come forward today who decided that they would be on camera. How's that, Lindsay?
Sounds great. Sounds great.
And with you today is?
This is Taco.
Tell us a little bit about Taco.
Well, Taco is one of the senior dogs that we have here at the shelter. He's been with us for quite a little bit. Very friendly, awesome guy, awesome with volunteers and small children. He unfortunately doesn't like other dogs, but you know that's not going to stop his chances of getting a good home. We're hoping that he finds one really soon.
I have one of those at home,
Yeah.
and they you're absolutely right. There's no problem. Oh, obviously he likes Lindsay. Now, one of the things that is, there are so many things that are special about Hillside, but one of the things that's special is what used to be Joe's Fund.
Yes.
But that's been updated, unfortunately. Tell us about that.
Yeah, very unfortunate. It is now known as Joe and Caroline's Fund. Joe and Caroline are the children of our manager, Barbara Umlauf, who unfortunately they have both passed away. But the fund is for medical expenses for all the animals that come to the shelter. Actually, Taco has benefited from this fund himself. He had a rectal tumor that needed to be removed about 2 months ago. Took care of all of that. He is healthy and, up and moving, obviously. But so many dogs benefit from the fund. All of the animals here are spayed and neutered, up to date on shots, microchipped. We also deal with a lot of emergency situations. Just earlier this week, a dog was surrendered to us who was hit by a car. He immediately had to be seen by a vet for a broken femur. That was Teddy. His story is all over Facebook currently.
Mm-hmm.
But it's things like that this fund is so helpful and so important towards.
When it comes to getting donations for that, how do people go about doing that? Do they come here in person? Do you have something? You mentioned Facebook.
Multiple ways to donate. They can come here. The shelter is open 7 days a week from 10 to 3.
Thank you.
So they can come to the shelter anytime, any of those days between 10 and 3 if they wanted to bring a donation. There's also PayPal options on the website, hillsidesbca.com. There's our mailing address, which is P.O. Box 233, Pottsville, Pennsylvania, 17901.
How long has this fund been in effect? Now, again, we mentioned that it started with Joe's Fund. When did it originate?
I think we're going on 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, since the unfortunate passing of. Sorry.
You just want to be on camera, don't you?
Come on up here. About 10 years, I believe.
When it was first started, I guess the best question to ask is what started it then? It was long before Taco and long before. Was there a dog that started Joe's Fund?
Basically, no, I don't think that it was anything specific. I think it was, in the midst of Barbara's heartache of losing Joe, and he was such an animal lover, and had a way with animals, and it's a time where a lot of animals were not spayed and neutered, and you have all these unwanted and unnecessary litters of animals, and being one of the only shelters in Schuylkill County, where people needed help, the animals of Schuylkill County needed help, and so that's basically how it originated. There wasn't a specific, situation to start it. It was an idea that was thought about and knew would be a good idea for years, and they were able to take a devastating situation and turn it into something so amazing.
I guess one of the other things, too, we should point out is we don't want to discriminate against the other types of animals that are here. We have Taco, but there are others, and we can't forget our purry friends.
Oh, yes, lots of cats. We probably house, on average, 200 cats at any given time. Cats come in much more often than dogs. There are many more feral cats, out in the communities than there are dogs, and they breed like crazy. Yeah. So the cats, it's always overpopulated with the cats. We do everything that we can, and we also have smaller animals such as rabbits, ferrets, gerbils, guinea pigs, mice, rats, that as well.
And everybody can benefit from the Joe and Caroline Fund.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And any furry creature you can imagine that comes to the doors here at the shelter benefit from Joe and Caroline's Fund. Absolutely.
Well, Lindsay, I'm going to give you the last word. If someone would like to donate, once again, maybe you can give us the definitive on how to go about doing that, and also mention you do have a web page as well as a Facebook page.
Yes. All donations for Joe and Caroline's Fund can be made directly to the Hillside SPCA by either the website, hillsidespca.com, via PayPal. The shelter opens 7 days a week from 10 to 3. And there's also our mailing address, which is P.O. Box 233, Pottsville, PA 17901.
All right, and we're gonna let Taco get back on camera. He'll be a happy boy before it's all over, and we certainly hope that you will not only consider adopting, which is the best thing to do, but also join us again on Community and You.
John's Family Restaurant in the Churchill Mall. Enjoy a full menu with all homemade food. From breakfast, soups, sandwiches, entrees, and desserts. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. The food is great, the price is right. Open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Sunday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. It's spelled different because we are different. Physical is unlike any therapy center you've been to before. If you're tired of living in pain, if you want to move better, overcome an injury or balance disorder, or you just want to improve your strength and conditioning, our highly skilled team of medical experts will help you get back to living the life you enjoy. New mentality, new body, new life. Get physical.
Boyer Insurance Agency, 78 Sugarloaf Avenue in Sugarloaf. Quality coverage, competitive rates, discounts, recreational vehicles, boats, campers, and motorcycles. Find the coverage you want at the right price. Call them at 570-788-3543.
WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at WYLN, 1057 East 10th Street, Hazleton, PA, during normal business hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday.
The Lehigh Valley Health Network held its annual Senior Choice Picnic this afternoon in Freeland. WYLN's Maria Senti has more on the picnic and what the network Senior Choice program has to offer.
About 25 years ago, the Lehigh Valley Health Network started its Senior Choice program, a program that includes about 300 senior citizens.
I just enjoy the camaraderie of all my friends that are here. My one girlfriend is the one that encouraged me to join, and I'm enjoying it tremendously.
Marilyn Casadas has been in the program for about a year and a half. She says it has helped her reconnect with her friends.
We're involved with our families, so we don't, get together as much, and that's a big part of being older.
Senior Choice Program members enjoyed their annual picnic today at the Freeland Public Park Pavilion.
It's wonderful because they get out, they meet their friends. It's a good socialization for them.
On the surface, this may seem like any typical luncheon, but Warner says Senior Choice Program events like this come with many benefits. The Senior Choice Program provides elders ages 55 and older with health and wellness programs, discounted services, and many social activities to enjoy.
It's to keep them healthy, mentally, physically, and keep them active.
It's been very favorable. We've enjoyed it. And like I say, we enjoy the different activities that they involve you in.
Anyone interested in learning more about the Senior Choice Program is asked to call 570-454-4752. In Freeland, for WYLN News, I'm Maria Sinti.
Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
A new choice has arrived in the greater Hazleton area. Keystone Ballet Academy is now open. Our classes are progressive and comprehensive. We are focused on the classical ballet art form and, importantly, proper ballet technique. We provide skilled classical ballet instruction in our state-of-the-art studio for beginners and experienced dancers, youth and adults. Check us out on Facebook or on our website to learn more and to view our class schedule. Keystone Ballet Academy, now open.
Your body was made to move, fluidly and with ease. If the need for joint replacement surgery has stopped you in your tracks, it's time for a plan that can put you back in motion faster. The area's most experienced surgeons, the region's only nationally ranked program. That's Orthopedics in Action at Lehigh Valley Health Network.
I'm Tiffany Cloud, host of The Storm. The greater Hazleton area is my home, and I'm proud to bring communities together through the power of television.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Hi, I'm Marty Burns, host of Sports Talk here on WYLN, your weekly source for Hazleton area high school football. We've got a new set. Coach Brennan's back. We've got a new season where we're going to preview the Hazleton area high school football team, look ahead to their 2017 schedule, and get you ready for the rivalry game. Week number 1 at Harmon Guy Stadium, Berwick, Hazleton area. That's all coming up this week on Sports Talk, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network.